Hi guys, my name is Mandy from Mandyleeplays, and today we got some good news from Nintendo. They are releasing another Skyward Sword amiibo on the same day as the game release, and it looks beautiful. Anyways, this video is 5 reasons that you, the viewer, should buy and play Skyward Sword. First, the story. The story of Skyward Sword happens way before any Legend of Zelda game. It's the creation myth kind of story. It's where it all happened and where it all started. So you might be a little bit iffy on the Zelda timeline. I know I am. But canonically, Skyward Sword is on top for reasons. It tells you the lore of the whole series and franchise and where Link and Zelda and Ganon get their powers, and it marks a very pivotal role on, the rest of the Zelda games. So that's why I think that everyone should experience the story if you like any Zelda game, because a lot of things will come in and just click like, oh, that's why, or oh, that makes sense, because it is the origin story of Zelda, Link, and Ganon. So you want to play it so you can experience the rest of the other Legend of Zelda games and kind of have a better understanding. Story-wise, in the game, it's a very linear experience, which best suits that kind of thing, because in Breath of the Wild, they give you all this space to do anything you want, but the story kind of suffers. Alright, and point number 2, the characters. Now there's a lot of more characterizations between each of the main cast. Link emotes a little bit more than usual. I mean, he's still silent, but you could see more expressions on his face. Now Zelda is a different type of character. I did love Zelda from Breath of the Wild, and she is my favorite. Now Zelda in this story knows what she has to do, and she just does her duties, but she's still a very good character, and she has some very funny moments with Link, and it's so cute. It's very, very cute, and they always kind of hint at a romantic thing between Link and Zelda, which I always love because I'm like a Zelda Link shipper. And there's other characters like Groose, which is like the bully but turns into comic relief character. And Beetle comes back. Now Beetle from Breath of the Wild is totally different from Beetle in Skyward Sword. In Skyward Sword, he's kind of a jerk. And then there's also the other cast of characters which you'll enjoy and love, and the side quest too, like the hand in the toilet thing. Yeah. And number 3 is the combat or the gameplay. Now the gameplay is pretty divisive, especially in the past, where you kind of needed to use motion controls. For me, I really love the motion controls, and I'm still gonna play the motion controls on the Switch, but there's always an option to turn them off now, so that's pretty cool. But I really loved the motion controls before and the gameplay because it really gets you into it, and it really gets you feeling like, swing, swing, shield, shield kind of vibe. I highly recommend you still play with waggle controls, but now that they changed it for the Switch, it is up to you, and that is very cool as well. So that's another reason why you should try out Skyward Sword if you were a little bit hesitant in the past because of the, waggle controls. Now you have a choice. And number 4 is the puzzles and the dungeons are very unique. You will never find dungeons more unique than the ones in Skyward Sword, from sandy time traveling places. And then there's this water temple that doesn't even feel like a water temple because it just looks so gorgeous. And they're just very, very different, and they all have a unique spin to it with unique bosses. So I really, really love the dungeon design. And like every Zelda game, the thing you find in the dungeon is usually the thing you're gonna need in the dungeon. Like the vacuum looking thingy, and then the beetle looking thingy that lets you flip arrows from very far. And number 4, cool bosses. Now besides the avocado with feet, Zelda Skyward Sword does bring in very, very cool bosses like Girahim. Yeah, that's the guy with the tongue. So he's pretty cool. I like his character. Now his character, I can't really say because that's spoilers, but he is a very weird villain, and I love weird villains, especially the crazy ones, because they're very entertaining and stuff. Especially in Zelda where you see the same ones like Ganon Ganondorf. There's the bosses in the dungeons, which are very unique. Some are very like, put the bomb in the mouth kind of vibe, but other ones are very, very cool. And number 5 is it's a Zelda game. I know that's a pretty weak argument, but if you're a Zelda fan and you play most of the games, you're gonna love Skyward Sword so much. It's not Breath of the Wild, but it's something different. The thing about Zelda games is there's something different for anybody. There's like the 2D, there's the 3D, there's the open worlds, there's the linear. So why not give this one a try? Especially since it's the origin story, it's very important, has a killer soundtrack, like blast the music open because it has a great OST. So if you haven't played it, I highly recommend you pick it up. It's a pivotal moment in the Zelda series and it ushered in the 25th anniversary and it needs more love because a lot of people didn't play it because of the wacko controls. Now is the great opportunity to pick it up because it is a great Zelda game. And it's my favorite Zelda game of all time. So yeah, that's it for the video. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, hit that like button. And if you like my content and would love to see more, please hit that subscribe button. You will not be disappointed. You can find me on Twitter at Mandyleeplays. Hope you guys have a beautiful rest of the day. And as always, play a good game. Peace, peace.